I wanna see.
Hey, mate.
No!
I'm watching.
Ugh.
In today's video, we're going to be installing a screen swivel mount from Hansshow for the Tesla Model 3 or Model Y. What makes this one so unique is that the screen can be tilted in all 4 directions. You can tilt it 30 degrees to the left and right and 15 degrees up and down. Plus the fact that it looks nearly OEM with a very clean design and panels that match the original display brackets and the interiors of the car. I must say, it's very handy having the screen pointed towards you for better visibility. With the screen tilted towards me, the information does indeed appear a little closer. Instead of having to look towards the left, I can look slightly down and see the info on the display. The installation was very straightforward and the kit comes with all the accessories and the tools required. But if you prefer to use your own tools, here's what you'll need. A pry tool or a flathead screwdriver to remove the trims, a 10mm socket wrench, Torx T10 and T25 screw heads, a hex H5 screw head, and an optional microfiber cloth. Let's start the installation. First, put your car in the screen cleaning mode. This ensures that you don't accidentally press anything on the screen when it's taken off and put away. I'm now laying down a microfiber cloth on the center console to place the screen on once it's taken off the existing mount. To begin the disassembly, reach under the screen and take off the temperature sensor panel using a pry tool or a flathead screwdriver. Insert it in the middle opening and gently pull it towards you to undo the clips holding it into place. Unscrew the temperature sensor from the plastic bracket using a Torx T10 screw head. We'll be using these screws later, so make sure you keep them safe. Grab a 10mm socket wrench and take the screen off the mount by unscrewing these 2 bolts. Keep these bolts in a safe place as we'll be using them again later. And now we are ready to take the screen off. Gently wiggle the screen and pull it out towards you and lay it flat on the microfiber cloth with the front of the screen facing down. Use a Torx T25 screw head to remove these 2 screws and lift off this plastic bracket. Now some older Model 3s use T30 screws here, so you may find that you need to use that instead. Once again, put these in a safe place. We now need to remove this cable connected to the display. In order to do this, first slide off this white plastic protective cover. By using your fingers, expand the clips of this cover and gently slide it upwards to take it off. Then, use a screwdriver to press the plastic tab on this connector and gently pull it upwards. This can be slightly tricky to pull out, so take your time here. You can see that I've wiggled it a few times here to slowly loosen it before pulling it out completely. Once the cable is disconnected, we can put away this plastic bracket as we will not be needing this for the new mount. Now we need to install a new cover bracket on the temperature sensor. Hansshow provides 2 separate covers for this based on which version of the Model 3 you have. I have the new 2021 model, so I'll be using this new design cover. Use the same T25 screws we took off earlier to attach this new cover on the temperature sensor. And now we move on to installing the new swivel mount. Slide it into the existing mounting bracket and use the 10mm bolts we took off from the mount earlier to screw it back into place. You may need to rotate and move the swivel arms out of the way for easier access to these bolts. At this point, you can use the provided Allen wrench key to adjust the stiffness of the mount. The mount should be tight enough so that it cannot be very easily moved by your hands, as it tends to move more freely once the screen has been put on. Next, slide the cables through this new mount cover and put it over the metal mounting bracket. Once again, you'll need to move around the swiveling arms of this mount in order to get this cover on, so take it easy with this. Once the cover is on the metal bracket, lock it into place by pushing in the plastic tabs into the front dash trim all around the mount. Take the new plastic bracket from the kit and loop the cable that connects to the screen through it. Connect it back to the screen until you hear a click sound and then attach the white plastic protective cover back onto this connector. Use the T10 screws we removed earlier and screw these back into place. We are now ready to install the screen. Lift the screen and gently slide it onto the new swivel mount. Just remember that the screen goes in at a slightly tilted angle. Next, take the 2 new hex H5 screws provided by Hansshow in the kit and screw them in through the bottom. You might have to lift and adjust the screen slightly to align the holes for these screws to go in. Ensure that these are properly tightened to secure the screen into place. And finally, take the temperature sensor bracket and attach it into the slot at the bottom of the screen bracket. The installation is now complete. Honestly, I could not be happier as this looks super clean and nearly OEM as if it came straight from the factory. It does, however, sit a little bit lower compared to the original mount, as you can see here, but I don't really have a problem with this. The screen can now be tilted towards the driver or the passenger, and with this many viewing angles, it's hard not to find a setting that works for you. I would still recommend putting on a matte screen protector to further block out any sun glare and minimize fingerprints on the screen. So if you're looking at purchasing this, the link is down in the description below. Use the code evkiwis at checkout to score yourself a 25% discount. Let me know your thoughts about this new mount in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, please smash that like button and do consider subscribing to see more videos like this. My name is Dhruv, and until next time, stay charged.